Hi handsome and welcome to my 29th video. I will cut right to the chase. There is, what I assume, is a bug in hunting, where the height of your character determines the speed at which you are going to be killing large packs of animals. This matters most in spots where you aggro a lot of mobs at once, meaning it's mostly for wolf hunting spots like shadow wolves, frost wolves, and if for some reason you still do them, feather wolves. But I will show it on shadow wolves since I think it's the most relevant spot for this video. So let's have a look. Here I have a Mystic who I am going to put at her minimum possible height, and now let's hunt some shadow wolves. You can see there is a timer in your bottom left corner, so you can actually see how long it's going to take me to kill these wolves. As you can see, we finish in around 1 minute and 2 seconds, which isn't too terrible, but let's compare it to the tallest possible Mystic that we can have. We only needed 43 seconds to kill the same pack this time. And I can already hear some of you saying that it's not the same pack. The wolves must have moved differently. I wasn't standing in the same exact spot. The packs were not even the same size. And you are correct on the last point, especially. The packs were indeed not the same size. The first pack had 13 wolves in it, and the second one had 15. So we killed 2 more wolves and still finished 20 seconds faster. How is that possible? I noticed this for the first time when I first tracked my Shadow Wolf hour on a Mystic that was on the shorter side. Only to discover that not only did I do 7000 less meat per hour than I should have at my mastery, but that I was also 150 kills below the lowest average on Grimpau's hunting spreadsheet. At first, I thought it was something simple, like not using BSR efficiently, or my crystals or lightstone being bad, or not using the correct consumables, or even camera placement, since the guide attached to the spreadsheet has the guy playing the game like it was an isometric RPG. I even tried disabling auto aim, none of that helped. And I did notice that some of my shots clearly weren't doing damage. And that is indeed the problem behind all of this. I am not exactly sure how this happens, but if we compare the trajectory of shots between the tallest and the shortest possible Mystic, we see a clear discrepancy. I am not a game designer, but I do assume that because the bullets come from a higher angle, they are less likely to get stuck on textures, the ground, or even the hitboxes of other mobs. Now, obviously I can't base this on just a single sample, so here are a couple more tests that I have done to see if I am actually correct. You can also have a look at my Garmov tracking, where I tracked 1 hour with the shortest character and 1 hour with the tallest character, where I changed nothing else about them. This is all on Shadow Wolves and all on a Mystic, so do let me know if this bug, or maybe it's a feature, I don't know, exists on other classes as well. The one that I am most interested in is Shy, since she is by default the shortest character in the game, but I think that her matchlock is scaled down a little bit, so if any Shy players are watching, do let me know. And let's have a look at the tests side by side. I also decided to do different packs, so we will have 2 sets of tests for 2 packs that are in Arceon that I haven't shown in the first one. So this is test number, well, it's technically 2 because I've already shown 1. And here we had 16 wolves on the short character and 13 wolves on the tall character. So now, because these packs are not the same, I don't think it would be fair to just compare the kill time. So I'm going to give you the average time per wolf that it took for every pack and every pull that I did. So here it is for this test. Okay, now we have the same pack, although this time it's probably the closest that I did in the entire testing. And on the short character, we have 16 wolves. On the tall character, we have 17 wolves. I'm very sorry also about the red lights that happens whenever you get back attacked by these wolves, which is basically all the time when you have so many on you. So I hope none of you are like seizing in your room right now. I don't want to give you a seizure, I just want to give you information. And once again, here you have the average time to kill a single wolf in seconds. Okay, this test I kind of wanted to redo it this first time, but then I decided against it because it does showcase the main issue with shorter characters. And as you can maybe see, it's kind of hard because of the perspective and that it's only half a screen, but maybe you can still see that I am shooting uphill. And because I'm shooting uphill, it takes me so much longer to actually do this than it would take me on the taller character. Now, I did screw up here a little bit with the shorter characters, but it was mostly because I really wasn't hitting my shots and the wolves were getting quite close to killing me, so I panicked a little bit. So the final time would be a little bit better, but it's still not great. Now maybe it's because of the screw up, but like you can really see just how bad it is. I ran out of footage to show you on the tall character. I finished the gathering already and I'm still killing the wolves on the short character. Now I take so long on the short character that some of the corpses of the wolves start actually disappearing. So not only do I spend so much more time killing these, but I also lose on the gathering that I could have had. So yeah, that was terrible, but let's have a look at the average kill time. We have the final test of this video, and here I did have a small screw up on the tall character where my mouse disconnected towards the end, but it's still not going to be enough to influence these results. And I think that we can conclude that on more uneven ground, the difference is much higher than on even ground. If you look at tests 2 and 3, they are much closer to each other than tests 4 and 5 and even tests 1 and 2 were. And for the final time, here you have the time it took to kill a single wolf on average. But the results of these tests don't really mean that much in a vacuum, so I put all of them into a table and averaged them out. The raw average of all of these 5 tests comes to around 2.4 seconds per wolf on the tall character and a whopping 5.14 seconds per wolf on the short character. That's more than twice the amount of time needed to kill a single wolf on average. If we decide to adjust these times a bit by not including the short mystic's worst time and the tall mystic's best time, we come to averages at around 2.48 seconds per wolf on the tall boy and a somewhat more respectable, although still pretty terrible if you ask me, 4.58 seconds per wolf on the short boy. Obviously, this won't mean that you make twice as much money on the tall character compared to the short one, since this is just kill speed. Gathering speed and mastery are obviously not reflected in the final number, but there's still a difference of around 350 million per hour, which is quite a lot. And that is it, handsome. I hope you enjoyed this video. I didn't imagine myself going this in depth into a life skill, but I was curious myself, and it's better if I let you know about this so you don't have to worry and think that you are somehow a worse hunter than you actually are, simply because the game's coding is not the best. Once again, I am interested to know if this mechanic exists on other characters, so if you hunt on a striker, or even a shy or a tamer, do let me know. With that being said, I wish you all the best. Remember to like and subscribe and enjoy your grind, or I guess in this case it's more of a hunt.